Check, check, 1 2 1 2.
Hi,
What's good? What's good?
how are you?
Cigars and guitars, baby. How y'all feeling out there, baby? Oh man, what's the day? Wednesday.
Yes, it is.
Oh man, it's a beautiful day, man. Appreciate everybody, man. Shout out to all the new subscribers, all the new family. Cigars and guitars, back and better than ever. Got a great guest tonight, man. Say your name for me.
Lashira Alexandra?
Don't that sound like the Queen of England or somebody, man? Come on,
Thank
give it up, man. Give it up.
you.
The Queen Lashira. How was your day, man? What's going on?
It's going pretty well. Got some things done for the business today, mostly at home, just hitting some outreach,
Okay.
trying to book some jobs.
Okay. We're gonna get into all of that. Where you at? You in Tuscaloosa?
Yes.
Are you rolling with the tide? Or nah?
I don't know much about football. I guess Roll Tide.
There you go. There you go. That's all you need to say, man. That's what's up. Do you know anything about sports? Do you watch any sports?
I don't watch sports. I did grow up around football. My brothers were in football since they were young, so I was at all the games and stuff, but still don't I never really took much of a liking to it.
Mm. Okay. Any sports at all? Soccer, tennis, nothing.
No, not really. More of
I
an
got
artsy kid.
you. Okay. All the way from LA.
Yeah,
For sure. So how long you been in Tuscaloosa?
I've been in Tuscaloosa since October.
Oh wow, you new to the city.
I am.
For sure. Okay. That's what's up, man. Well, yeah, man, we ain't gonna be on long. We ain't gonna hold you up. Just want to get your thoughts and insight. You know what I'm saying? I ran across you. I thought you was a great mind. So definitely want to get some insight. You know what I'm saying? Real quick, hot topics. Have you been paying attention to what's going on in the world? You know, what are your thoughts about the war on Iran? Do you have any thoughts? What do you think about that?
Um, you know, I really do wish that I was more informed when it comes down to exactly what's going on. I know that things are really bad. I know that war is on the horizon and happening in several places in the world right now, and it's scary for sure.
Yeah.
I have considered moving out of the country before simply because I have gotten so spooked with just hearing things, especially having some conspiracy theorists like family members and things like that who have
Yeah.
always been sort of doomsday minds and stuff. So it's kind of
Mhm.
hard to not let that get to you, especially hearing so many of their theories come true
Yeah.
recently. But I just try to just write it out and what can what can an average person do really at the end of the day besides try to stay informed. I have to do better. I know that I do, but it gives me a lot of anxiety too. So
Yeah. Why do you think it started? Like, what do you think, man? I'm hearing different reports. You know, why are we over there in Iran's business? Just your opinion.
oh, no clue. I am so uninformed.
I,
No, I am the wrong person to like go into like depth on like I said,
I
I don't
got you.
really know.
I got you. I
Like,
got you. Yeah, we ain't gonna force it out of you, man. We all learning. It's all new. Salute to all the soldiers over there, man.
salute.
But we'll see as it unfolds. You know what I'm saying? But Miss Lashira Alexander, man, really just wanna pick your brain, man. Get a royal mindset because that's what I saw when I saw you. So I had to talk to you. Just give us an introduction to yourself. Give us a background. You know, just a short bio, man. Then we'll get into it.
So like I said, I moved to Tuscaloosa in October. I was working from home at the time for a community solar company based out of Minnesota. And I'm not sure if you've heard about the like mass layoffs and stuff like that
I heard
for
92,000 in February, right?
yes, and that definitely hit remote workers hard as well. Um, I was seeing lots of posts before like my checks started getting like later and later. Lots of posts on Reddit talking about how they had just been laid off. And I'm not sure if you've ever heard of overemployed. There's a subreddit actually called Overemployed, and it's full of people who will like stack remote jobs.
Hmm.
And there were people not just losing one of their remote jobs, but losing both of them or losing all three of them.
Wow.
So I was really nervous and I had started applying to other places early, but I just wasn't getting any bites. And I had heard about the cleaning business for years prior. I had thought about it. Um, I was more for online business for, most of my wanting to get into business, which is since I was 18. I was
Yeah.
always for like online retail, stuff like that. But hearing about the cleaning business, it seemed like a smart idea to get into just because it's more evergreen. I had played with other things like Amazon, eBay in the past, and I could get into that. That's a whole thing. I could talk for a long time about what went
Hey.
wrong with those, but yeah, cleaning, it's more evergreen. It took me a long time to actually start just because it is an in-person business, it's a service business, so
Yeah.
it felt a little bit more scary. Um, but it's been honestly, I can say a little bit easier, I think, to see success with early on than like online retail and things like that.
Mhm.
But anyway, sorry. That was just supposed to be an introduction.
No, you good, man. Go in, go in. So I guess um, you were in the regular 9 to 5 world. Some things went on, so you eventually started your own cleaning business. How long have you been in business? And how has your life changed?
So I have only been in business for going on 3 months now.
Mm.
And I would say the biggest change from working from the company for the company that I did is just um, having that freedom to structure my day and structure my outcome. It's
Hey,
a lot less anxiety for sure. Like I was really, really nervous before leaving to start the cleaning business,
yeah.
but honestly, like the first day after I left, I felt like it was such a relief. That
Yeah,
like constant anxiety of, well, they're just gonna lay me off or I'm just gonna do something wrong anyway. And, they're paying me later and later each week. So they're gonna
right,
find something that I'm doing and I just had too much anxiety to stay in that situation. And
right.
like I said, the first day after I left, I did not regret it at all. Felt like a huge weight lifted off my shoulders. So a lot less anxiety is how my life has changed so far.
Okay. Uh, why would you say? Um, why is it necessary to be your own boss? You know what I'm saying? I can work at a warehouse, Amazon, or wherever. They cut my checks. They taking care of me. I don't have to stress. Why do you say it's necessary to be your own boss in this day and time?
Um, I would say like you can see with the mass layoffs and things like that happening. I saw firsthand, um, how how disposable you can be and
Man,
how dangerous it is to really put your income and your livelihood into a company's hands who doesn't really care about you at the end of the day. And even if they do, they at the end of the day care about what they have going on in their households more, and protecting what they have. And if you just have to be a liability, then you know
Hmm.
so it's just, I feel like, safer. I don't know, it feels safer to me
Yeah.
to be your own boss.
Yeah.
But then again, it's hard because I also understand that it's not for everyone. Not everyone wants to be their own boss. Not everyone wants to run their own business. And I understand that too, because it is a lot. It can be a lot. It's
Mm.
a whole other skill that you have to learn.
For
Um,
sure.
you know,
For sure. For sure. Um. So it looks good. Making uh this money on the side, starting a business, but also I'm comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Should I keep my 9 to 5 where I'm comfortable? I see it's coming to an end. Like how would you transition out of, a day-to-day 9 to 5 to becoming your own boss? Like what was your transition like, or was it just cut and dry, cold turkey?
mine was pretty abrupt.
Mm,
Um, I would say the smarter thing to do would be to transition always. It's always smarter to, have your ducks in a row and have that kind of clean break. So, also because usually that means you're a bit more prepared, like you've got some savings to put into it and you have a plan, and it's not just you're leaving. Now, I had done a lot of research and planning for my business like a year before I ever
mm,
started. I went down a long rabbit hole and, made a whole Notion page with all my notes and stuff. So it was cut and dry, but I was still prepared in that way. But yeah, I definitely think you should give yourself time and also funds to start something.
mm. Man, we live with Miss Lashira Alexander, baby. I love it. I love it. Um, so okay, I'm leaving that world, coming into a new world. So how do I start? How do I start a business? Do I just go outside and put some posters up? Do I gotta get it registered, licensed? Like what do I do? Talk to me.
So in my case, for a cleaning business, um, you don't necessarily have to get licensed right away. And it is to get licensed, insured, all that, it can be expensive. And if you're gonna go the route of dealing with apartment complexes like property managers, stuff like that, if you're gonna onboard as a proper vendor, then you are going to have to be licensed and insured. However, if you don't have the money straight away to do that, you can just more so be a residential cleaner,
Mm,
and target residential clients as your first clients. That way, they don't really care as much about being insured. Some of them do. I have definitely been asked by residential customers or just non like property managers for insurance. But I would say, like, if you're strapped for cash, you can definitely get away with it if you're gonna go about it that way.
okay. Okay. So we're licensed, we're insured. We're checking all the balances. So how do I grow and maintain my business? You know what I'm saying? What's the best way to scale? You know what I'm saying? I hadn't made no money in a month. I'm getting discouraged. Like, how do I grow this thing, man?
Um, the most powerful thing that I've found so far in my limited experience is just networking. Cold contacting has literally been my whole bag, is cold contacting, really.
Mhm.
Reaching out to, like I said, property managers, realtors, landlords. You have to figure out Um, you know, if you're going to have a business, you have to know who your clients are. And if you have a clear picture of who your clients are, you should know how to find them, like where to reach them. Um, and once you know that, cold contacting, it really does work, at least in my experience for my cleaning business. And I didn't even think it would work so well, honestly, because, I had been just like waiting on being able to pay for advertising and just doing whatever I could in the meantime. But I don't even know if I would really even have to, because it really is so effective to just cold reach out to places, and also posts on social media. If you find Facebook groups and things like that adjacent to what you're doing, or people in your niche post in places like that, you should definitely have like a regimen for posting in those kinds of groups. Nextdoor is great, especially for service businesses. Nextdoor is awesome for networking. Definitely interact with other service businesses, connect with other service businesses, because that's really where it's at too. It's connecting with other businesses because you can help bring each other clients, because a lot of services kind of overlap, especially for things like move out cleaning. Usually, if they're having a move out cleaning, they're going to need probably someone to paint the walls, someone to clean the carpet. Um, they're going to need someone to landscape, maybe. So they will ask me a lot of times for recommendations. I'll pass them along someone who I've connected with, and then hopefully that person would also refer me if they ever come into a situation where um, they've got someone who needs a cleaner.
For sure, for sure. Now, when you say cold, what's your method? Are you emailing? Are you knocking on doors? Are you calling? Like, what do you mean exactly?
So for me, it's been mostly text. I did do some email, but I was mainly focusing on reaching out to contacts from realtor.com. So they have their phone numbers there. And it's been super effective for me to just shoot them a short text, because, they're busy people. And they deal with text a lot. And that also is that comes back to like knowing your client and kind of what they're up to, who they are, what they're doing, so you can also know how to communicate with them effectively. So just keeping it super short, super sweet, like, hey, I own a cleaning business. If you ever need a cleaner, I can send you my rate sheet if that's helpful. Out
Mm,
of sending maybe like 30, say I send 30 of those in a day, I would expect maybe 5 to get back to me and say yes.
mm.
Um, and of those 5, probably maybe 0 to 1 would turn out to be like an actual job. So just like volume and reaching out, like for me, texting. I meant to get to calling, but I just haven't needed to yet. I've
Hmm.
been getting plenty of traction from just posting and the texts that I sent before.
Beautiful, beautiful, man. We live with Miss LaShira Alexander. Hey, man. So, okay, so I've started my business. We're growing. I'm maintaining it. So now I'm making a little bit of money, but I'm super busy, right? You know what I'm saying? With the gym and calls and going out doing jobs and being a business owner, you kind of got to go out at any time they call, right? You got to be flexible. So, how do I maintain a healthy work life balance? You know what I'm saying?
I think it all
What are
comes
some
down
tips
to
and
just
tricks?
oh yeah, just being organized. Really, I would say a big mistake that a lot of business owners make in the beginning is keeping everything in their head. Um,
Mm, Mhm.
I've heard so many times, you hear a lot of if you listen to businesses that have grown to be multi-million dollar businesses, they'll say, I wish I had written things down earlier because you'll get to a certain point to where if you want to make things easier for yourself, you have to have processes put in place that make things run smoothly. So, you're not having to scramble to figure things out on the fly. You already have everything. You have systems in place, build systems and be organized. And you should be good.
Okay. 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 So how important is faith, when it comes to business? Like, should I run my business on Sunday? Should I even just go to a regular job on Sunday? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you more of a spiritual science person? Are you a traditional religious person? Like, what's your take when it comes to faith, and going out, just slaving for a dollar? Like, where do you draw the line?
Um, when it comes to faith, I definitely would lean more towards the spiritual scientist side. Um, I definitely think that if you are, I think first and foremost that um, if you're gonna run a business, you should know who you are and you should be able to stand by those values because that's a successful person, period. So of course it's gonna make a successful business person. So if those are your values, if you are a part of a religion that's, it says don't work on Sundays, say,
Mm,
then I don't think you should. Like, I know a lot of you know, people who do claim to be religious, don't really because I do come from a religious background previously, and it's quite common you see, um, that people are just kind of, like, halfway inside of the religion and kind of really preachy to everyone else, very big opinions on it, but not really following through in their
mm,
own life
yeah,
either.
yeah,
And that's not a successful person. Um, I don't care what you believe, what your religion is, at least follow it if you're saying that's what you believe. So
you know,
if yeah, if your religion says that you shouldn't work on Sunday, I don't think your business should be open on Sunday if you're saying that that's what your religion is.
right, right. Uh, yeah, man. You just got to kind of find what works best for you, and like you say, just stick to it. Don't be a hypocrite. You know, but when it comes to faith, and being religious, spiritual, like, why does it seem like sometimes bad people, you know, they're running the most successful businesses. They're having, they're getting all the breaks. They having their way, so to speak. And while good people seem to be stuck in the mud, it's slower. You know what I'm saying? What's your opinion? What's your take on that, man? The good and evil conversation.
Um, well, unfortunately, we do live in a system that rewards evil, so to speak. Capitalism, it was never a system built for everyone to win. Um, in order for capitalism to work, there has to be losers. And a system like that is ruthless, you know? It doesn't reward kindness, it rewards callousness. Um,
Mm, come on.
and so that's why um, nice nice people seem to finish last is because we don't live in a system that rewards being nice. I mean, it rewards being cold and callous as much as we like to pretend that we want something different. That's not how the system that we're in is structured, actually. And we know for a fact that the people who get into high positions of power and stuff like that and have these successful businesses, they tend to be high on, you know, the antisocial personality disorder scale. That's a known fact because, like, the system rewards low empathy. So, yeah, I mean, I think people should be good people, of course. I mean, I
Right,
think people should strive to be good people, but that's more of for yourself. It really has nothing to do with business at all.
right, right. No, I was you could go on and on about that. Um, I was listening to Reverend Ike, a motivational speaker or whatever. I don't know if you ever heard of him. But his take on it was like, you know, he in his words, he was like, most knuckleheads, they get ahead because they're bold. They don't give a crap what people think about them. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And fortune favors the bold, as they say, right? While good people, they kind of worry about what people think about them, what people saying. They kind of easy tiptoeing. He was like the bad guys, so called, they just don't give a damn. They just take what they want. You know what I'm saying? They are who they are. So, just an interesting thing, man. But we
For
live with
sure.
Miss Lashira Alexander, man. How you feel? Hey, so if you looking at the chat, Lashira, and some people talking, they leaving comments. I ain't really looking at it, so shout them out, man, if you don't mind. Um,
Hey.
but
Um, Hi, Skylar and Grace.
shout out to the chat, baby. Cigars and guitars. Make sure y'all like and subscribe, man. We just getting started. But all right, man. So I got all the basics down, right? My life is good. Business is booming. I'm spiritually, I'm vibrating. I'm him. You feel me? I'm her. So, you know, I think it's time to kind of join in with another person, right? Like, what if I meet somebody great, but she's on a different path, or he's on another journey? Like, can it work out? You know what I'm saying? Or must we be kind of on the same path? Like, how does it work? How, make it work for me this year. Give me some advice.
Um, it's really going to, and I hate to default to this again, but like it it really is gonna just depend on you and the other person in that specific relationship and kind of like what you can tolerate and like what you can't. Some people really do need someone to be on the exact same path as them for things to work out, whereas some people actually need variety,
Mm,
need more, need something different. Like there's people who say, I would never date myself. And so for people like that, they would need someone to bring like something different to their lives, and that would be exciting for them.
right.
But you just have to know who you are and be honest with yourself, and like also know that person and be honest, with them as well, and see kind of where their head is at. If you guys can, make it work with whatever boundaries you have in place, then you can.
Well, what works for you? I want to know specifically. Like for me, like I don't know. I'm just sitting here thinking while you talking. Like I do like variety, like you said. Like I wouldn't mind if a person kind of was on that grind like I am every day, and they understand you. They could speak the language. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But at the same time, I kind of wouldn't want nobody exactly like me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't know, man. I'm kind of torn. I'm a Gemini if that matters. So I be
Oh
kind of
my
all
gosh,
over the.
I'm a Gemini.
Oh, for real?
Yes,
Come
it
on,
does
man.
matter.
Clock it. Come on, clock it. You
Yes.
know. So one day I could be here. I like it all. I ain't gonna lie to you, man.
Right.
So but what about you? Like, what works for you, man? Or what do you think will
Um,
work for you?
so for me, I'm really lucky in that um my boyfriend he's like me and not like me at the same time. We
Mm,
met in school. We met in acting school, actually, or an acting conservatory. And so he's like me in that creative side, but he is not into business at all. Not into it. Never like he said, he'd never like want to start his own business or anything like that. So I kind of get the 50-50, you know.
Yeah.
Um and that works for me. I'm really happy with that. I like how, you know, I like being like similar, but like not all the way the same.
Right. Nah, I feel you. I feel you. Um, hold on one second. So, what are your thoughts like? I know you're in a relationship, but like, what are your thoughts on dating? Like, you hear so many horror stories online, and it's just pee in the dating pool, as they say. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are your thoughts, man? Just what are your homegirls saying?
um Man, yeah, I've definitely heard horror stories and things like that. It just
Yeah.
seems like people just seem really, really confused about like what's going on the other side or what the other side is really saying. The gender war has gotten insane,
Oh, I
absolutely
know, right?
insane. It's
Man.
getting worse every single day. Like I hear the dumbest things from each side every day. And it's like, I would not wanna be in the dating pool right now because, like, literally the genders are at war. Why would you wanna date right now?
Yeah.
I mean, if you can, but I would never, like, be on a dating site or something like that right now. It's kinda crazy.
Yeah, it's bad out there. I'm hearing. It's sad though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
being a dreamy lover boy type person to see, the world going this way, man, which brings me to like, have we evolved? You know what I'm saying? Do men and women still need each other anymore? Like, have we evolved? What do you think?
Um, I think, of course, um, men and women always need each other. I mean, we're here together for a reason. A lot of people don't think so right now.
Okay.
And I mean, if something happened, could we evolve to like not need each other? I believe we could. Of course, I'm team humanity all day. I really believe in, how incredible we are. Of course, we could evolve, you know, to any circumstances, but I mean, as it is, we're here together, so I think we're supposed to be. So I do think we need each other. Um, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I believe it. I mean, I know that, you know what I'm saying? And I think we all know it. I just think I guess we bored and we need somebody to fight. You know what I'm saying? With the gender wars, like we know what to do, man. We know what to do. But she does
yeah.
too, Miss LaShure Alexander, man, the queen of the South. You know what I'm saying? Let's go, man. But nah, tell the
Thank
people what you
you.
got going on. Tell them where they can find you if they want to talk. Some business advice. Give me an email. Give me social media. Hell, give me a phone number if you got to. Let them know where they can find you, man. Go ahead.
For sure. So you can find me, you can just text me for the time being, 205 And I'm also on Nextdoor, Lashira Alexandra Cleaning. I have a Facebook page as well. Still kind of setting my pages and things like that up. So stay tuned. But um, yeah, if you have any questions for me, you can feel free to text me. If you'd like to book a clean as well, you can text me. Um, if you prefer email, it's lashira@gmail.com, but I'm saying it and my name is kind of long. So
Yeah.
you can just text me 205-393-3065.
Are you on TikTok?
No,
That's
not on
it. I
TikTok.
know. Are you not a TikTok person? How you feel about it?
No.
No. Alright, I got you. I got you, man. Shout out to Miss LaSure Alexander. Appreciate you, man. I ain't gonna hold you. If I hold you any longer, I'm gonna have to pay you. And you know what I'm saying? We ain't there yet. But gotta have you back again. I want to go more in depth about dating. You know, just more about who you are. And, you know what I'm saying? Just more in depth. So hopefully we could do it again, man. But make sure y'all like and subscribe, baby. Cigars and guitars. TikTok cigars and guitars is going down. Daily uploads, man. Stay tuned. Make sure you like and subscribe. Appreciate the love, man. We out till next time, baby. It's the Black L.
Thanks.